My Lord Lieutenant, Mr. Mayor, Mayoress, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Trinity Centre for this, the 4th annual Bateman Awards. Firstly, some housekeeping, which we should have had a bit earlier, I suppose. There are no automatic fire alarms in the building, so if you hear someone shouting fire, 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 there and there. I hope you've all found the usual facilities that are out in the main reception area. George Bateman was Linkage's founding chairman. He served as chairman, as your programme tells you, for 25 years and remained a trustee until his death in 2007. And the ceremony tonight celebrates George's commitment to Linkage and continues our ongoing relationship with the Bateman family. And the awards recognise the outstanding achievements by our students, service users, staff, volunteers and local employers. Before we get on to the main bit of the evening, I'd just like to tell you about one or two bits of good news that have happened in the course of the last year. Firstly, our college was inspected by Ofsted, which we were all eagerly looking forward to, weren't we, Matt? Ofsted have adopted a far more rigorous approach to these inspections, and many colleges have not done very well. I'm very pleased to tell you that that wasn't the case with our college. The report was excellent, despite, of course, all the disruption we'd had in the reorganisation the year before. And in particular, the college was awarded an outstanding grade for outcome for learners. It is a really remarkable achievement, Matt, and we are all very grateful to everyone in the college for that. Secondly, our care services go from strength to strength, Rex. Despite the demise of residential care, which Rex has been telling me about every year, we have opened one extra residential home this year, and we'll open another one later this month. And we've moved the Trust's offices out of Scremby Grange, where they were, and the former Trust offices are now being converted into 3 individual bungalows for service users who need the care support of a residential home but can't live in a residential home environment. And that actually nearly doubles that sort of provision we've got there. Our employment services currently support some 90 service users, and about half of those service users have been found some employment, paid employment. Now, that's far better than the government, the national average, and it is a remarkable achievement. And of course, there's a huge contribution to that from the employers who are prepared to take on and benefit from our service users. And lastly, I just want to mention Bootham Park. And some of you may have seen the stand out there, and if you haven't, I suggest you have a look at it. A few years ago, Bootham Park's a park in Lincoln. It was the Ellison family home. Like so many of these large houses, the house was pulled down after the war. The only thing that remained of the house, apart from the footprint, was a stable block, which was rapidly going the way of the house. And we bought the area of the stable block from the city council who owned the park a couple of years ago, and 15 flats and bungalows were erected on there for service users. And they're absolutely excellent. We call it Rookery Court. But the intention was always to do more, and so jointly with the City Council we made a bid to the Heritage Lottery Fund, which we've just been told we've got, and that's 2.3 million. Of that 2.3 million, about $1 million of it we will use to renovate the stable block and turn it into a first-class state-of-the-art education centre, and we'll also build a commercial greenhouse and a cafe, which will be the cafe for the park. And the stable block, the education centre, will teach all the skills that are needed to maintain the park and the ponds and everything of that sort for both learning disabled and non-disabled students. So it's a great move forward. And of course the greenhouse and the cafe will provide employment opportunities for our service users. There's only one small catch, and that's we need about $250,000 to equip it. So anyone with their checkbook? Let's get on to the main part of the evening. I hope you enjoy it. Again, welcome, and I'll pass you back to our MC for the evening, Rex, Director of Care Services.